Look at this leaf. We are still getting ready for winter here in the plant room. And as of today, fall started 5 days ago. It doesn't feel like that here in Indiana. It is still hot. It is hot, hot, hot. We actually have no AC right now, and that is unheard of for an ex-Floridian because I'm hot. And Floridians in their house, they never want to be hot. So I'm looking forward to getting this AC fixed, hopefully in the next few days when the part comes in. Until then, I'm just gonna be hot. So I got some plants here to repot. This video is actually just a little repot video, but I asked some questions on Instagram and YouTube. I didn't get any questions from YouTube, but I did get some questions on Instagram, and I wrote them down. And I actually add some things that I wanted to talk about on here. So this video is really about the topics versus the plants. Although when you see this plant that I'm about to show you, that you could already see a little bit of it right here. I had to do an emergency repot today because I had to move it from the spot it was in. So I had to repot this plant today. And I figured if I'm going to repot this beautiful giant plant, I would just do it on camera, and that is what we're going to do today. So I hope everyone's doing well and enjoying today's Friday and enjoying Friday. I don't know where my repotting mat is, so I have to use this one. I don't really like this one because it's not the one that I actually have. The other one that I have is a lot softer, but you know, this is gonna do. This one, I got this one as a gift from my friend, and I do like it. But my other one is just more preferred because it's so soft. So let me show you. I'm excited for this plant. Okay, so I finished my terrarium. I'm not sure if you're gonna see this video before or after the terrarium video airs, but I finished my terrarium. And I had to go on an emergency visit to a big box store to get something for the terrarium. And then I went into the plant section of, it was Lowe's. We never have anything like this in the Midwest. No, we never have anything like this. And when I saw that they had a Ring of Fire there and that was already grown up, I had to get it, even though I know I already have a plant. I already have one. And let me show you that plant. I don't want to bring it near this one because I haven't really washed the leaves yet. I've had this plant for over a week already in one spot quarantining, but because we have no AC, we had to close the blinds. So I figured I would just give this a repot because a new leaf is coming. Anyway, this is mine that I have, the one that I have, the smaller one, and I'm actually getting a new leaf. We repotted this one in my Philodendron repot video. So yeah, it's doing well, and I had to go buy another one. I don't really buy big plants. I usually grow them, but this one I felt I'm just okay to just get. It was not even in my budget either. And I actually have some other new plants to show you. So yeah, but this one, it's big. I already know where it's gonna go. It's gonna go in the living room. And I'm guessing that the root ball is going to be small. So I think it's going to fit in this pot. That's funny. This one and this one is like, this one is smaller, but it's still like similar size. And this root ball is already big, but I'm not going to repot this one for about a year. It's going to be a year before I give it a repot. But I'm guessing that the root ball in this one will be smaller. So we're going to have a little chat today. So the topics that I have to discuss, I got 2 questions from Instagram. We're going to talk about my neighbor's reaction to the plants I gave her. And we're going to talk about some things that I'm still going to be doing in the plant room. And then we'll probably discuss some winter preps that I have to do. And we'll talk about some other plants that I have here that's going to get repotted as well. So let's just get this one done first. I have my trash right here. I just I have not. Oh, this is a self-watering setup, but I don't want it to be in this. I will probably reuse this pot for something else. And this one, I looked over the plan for pests and I had it in quarantine for over a week. And I've been like looking at it, but I've not seen anything. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine if there's anything on the plant. You know, usually whenever I bring home any plants from the big box store, there's pests. So, and I am doing this repot in the plant room. Yeah, this is my life. I can't do it anywhere else. Oh, okay. We have some good roots, but this root ball is going to get trimmed down. Okay. And where I'm going to put it on a moss pole. It won't be like I don't think I'm gonna do. I think there'll be enough room. Let's hope. There's a new leaf coming, and there is something else on the side right here. I don't know if that's another leaf or a flower. I never seen a flower on this plant before. I've not seen anyone online that showed a flower, but let's get this root ball cleaned up. I am hoping I can get this without damaging too much roots. I'm sure I will. Yeah, because I don't want this soil. And of course, the classic philodendron, the top is already very heavy, earth in the bottom. We'll definitely have to put it on a pole. Okay, so let's go over the first question that I got from someone. This question is from Natalie. Okay, so she asked, the question is, what is my perfect career? I love this question so much because I am job hunting right now because I'm still unemployed after being laid off from my job back in June. I'm still looking, and part of the struggle of looking for a job is bumping into scam jobs. So I had no idea that was a thing. Oh man, how am I going to get all of this stuff out? I should have watered the plant so the soil would have been easier to come out. I don't know if you guys want to see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so perfect career. I got my master's in mental health counseling. I was going to work as a therapist, but when I moved to Indiana, I had a lot of roadblocks. I had to go back to school, even though I had already graduated, because Indiana required different things here than Florida. And I did go back to school for a semester, and we paid for that, but we couldn't afford for me to go back to school. I mean, I was going back to school and working. That was really tough. We decided to let that go, and instead of becoming a licensed therapist, I would just have my master's in mental health counseling. And that is what I would say, like, be around my perfect career. I wouldn't say like counseling is the perfect career, but I always had a dream of helping people find healing from trauma and living a healthy life. That is something that I always had a dream of doing. And I feel like I still do that on this channel in some way, where you're able to, do something, have a hobby or something you like, but you're also I'm also helping people in the process, because I found plants through loss in my family. Loss of a loved one. I lost my dad and my mother-in-law, and both events led me straight to plants. So my perfect career would be helping people. I would love that. And even to this day, I always I always look for ways where I can help people and make sure and help them get healthy. I don't know if that answers your question, Natalie. This is crazy. I need like two hands in this saw. I need to be like Monty Don and ripping roots. I'm at the point of like I just don't want the soil in there because I know what can happen. The roots of the Philodendron Ring of Fire, I would say, is definitely like not as thick as some philodendrons that I know. Okay, so next question is, if I could only keep 3 plants, what would it be and why? I've gotten a question like this before. I mean, let's play pretend, okay? Because, I mean, realistically, I can totally give up. I can give up all my plants if I wanted to, no problem. If I had to like save something in, like if I'm sick or, I can no longer take care of them. But if I were to keep just 3, what would it be? Well, I was just gifted an heirloom plant from my neighbor, which I'll get into that in a little bit. I would say like that would be one I would keep because it's an heirloom plant. One of the things that I was chatting with my friend Daphne about is heirloom plants is something that tissue culture right now cannot do. A tissue culture plant could turn into an heirloom plant, but this plant that I got is more than 25 years old. It was 25 years old when my neighbor had it around her in her lifetime. And so it's probably like older than that. I would say maybe 35 years old. So, like because it's an heirloom plant and it's been in a generation of another family with a story, I would keep that plant. Oh man. This is bad. I hope it recovers. It's gonna grow a lot of roots before I can see like more leaves. Let's see. I don't know if that's a real statement to say. Yeah, I ripped a lot of roots. Every time I have to do a repot, there's always some kind of cleanup. I'm gonna go and wash the plant leaves in the bathtub and then I'll be right back. All right, let's get this plant repotted. I will have enough room to put this moss pole in, so I'm kind of glad about that. Okay, so what else? What other plant? I would probably, if I were to just keep 3 plants, I would probably choose all the big plants that I have, which this Ring of Fire, I would probably choose that one because it's already big. And I would pick just 3. Man, again, it's always hard. Okay, so let me look around. I don't know. I want to say like my Mycans I would keep. Okay, so my philodendron Mycans, this Ring of Fire, and the heirloom plant. That's hard. Like it would, and then one of the things about having limited plants like that, you're able to really give that plant a lot of attention and grow it really big. So I would want to grow the plant very, very big. Here. Cool. Okay. Well. All right. I'm actually gonna put a little Velcro on there and then call it a day. This is already done. I'll probably clean the leaves later too. Okay, this is done. Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited to have a big one. It's like hanging on just one side, but it's fine. All right, let's put this aside. All right, so there's more new plants I got with that order, and we're going to be moving these two. This one is the, gosh, I forget what it's called. I think it was the Pilea Dark Mystery. Ooh, there's fungus gnats in there. I'm not surprised. I took a piece of it out to put into my terrarium already. So we're gonna just take the soil that it has is actually fine, but I don't want this soil. There's a lot of plants in one. So we're just gonna separate it and then put it up in a self-watering pot. I love having pileas because they're so unique. Like this is very unique. I already have a pilea with the dark chocolate. I love that plant. It's a friendship plant. So all pileas are considered friendship plant because how easy they can propagate, which is why I'm not really worrying about ripping roots because they propagate very easy. It's very pretty. I love having dark plants. I'm going to use a self-watering pot for this. This size is actually, I would say it's kind of big for this. I mean, there's 3 pieces. So it's actually, I think it'll be fine. The thing with Pilea is it grows roots really quickly. You do have to repot kind of quick or do a root trim on the plant. But we're gonna self-water this because if anything I've learned with certain Pileas is that it needs self-watering pots. It's gonna be, I don't think this pot's gonna work. Okay, this one's way too big and this one's way too small, but I think it might work. I think we're gonna make it work. We'll just make it work. Yeah, we'll make the small one work. I was gonna use this, but it's not self-watering. All right, we're gonna do this again. All right, where was I? I gave my neighbor the plant last week, and she loved it. She loved the begonias, and I am glad I was able to do that for her. But let me tell you what happened. She gave me an heirloom plant. I'll put a picture of it. I have to do a video on it of me. I have to repot the plant. So we'll be doing that on here soon. So I'll put a picture of the plant somewhere here. And it's beautiful. It's I forget the name. This is a night blooming cactus. And yeah, I'll put the name of it on here. I'm excited to have this plant and grow it. It's already so big. I will be doing a prune on it and cutting it back to see how it does. I'm excited to try to see if I can grow that plant. I've been doing a lot of research on the plant. So if you guys have any tips for me, please let me know because I would love to know more about it. I hope I'm putting all these plants in the right direction, but I think it's gonna eventually grow in the right direction. Of course, I'm like spilling soil. I got this. And I can actually leave this in this pot if I wanted to. I use part of the plant in my terrarium as well. Sorry, baby. All right, it's a Fittonia, and we are definitely putting this in a self-watering pot. And I'm gonna use this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. I don't need to fill it all the way up. I have more plants for my neighbor, but I don't want to overwhelm her with plants. I really don't. I still have like a lot of things to take care of in the plant room. I still have to do the Monstera repot. I'm looking forward to doing those, trying to get those plant chores done before Christmas, before winter gets here. Usually we have the first snow in November, but actually my first time here in my first few months here in Indiana was during fall. I came here late fall. We got here in November, and the first week I was here, it snowed. Could you imagine, like, a girl from Florida dealing with snow? I was newly married though, so I was in love with everything. Okay, this is all done. I'll water this later. This is gonna fill out. It was really bushy, but part of the plant is already in the terrarium. So this one is my begonia snowcap. So this one, I don't think I saved it on here. I cut this up for my neighbor, and I ended up saving some cuttings for, yes, that's right. I saved some cuttings for people in the neighborhood. And I think it rooted. This is really hard to, there's roots. Wow, nice. Okay, cool. We have a little bit of root and actually new growth here. So we are going to be able to put this up. This plant is going to someone I'm on my YouTube. Me and her chatted, and she said she's been looking for this plant, and I told her if she would pay for shipping, I would send her this plant. So yeah, this is great. It's rooted. So there's already new shoots. I don't know if you can see that. There's new shoots coming out. So yeah, it's going to look full. There's some perfect. Okay. So let's pot this up for her. I'll be able to send this to her soon. All right, it doesn't look great because they were propagations, but I think we're gonna be fine. It'll fill out. There's some leaves that are falling. Okay, that works. This is the begonia snowcap, and you know, it doesn't look great now, but it's gonna fill out, and she's gonna really like it. I love it. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so the next plant, this is a quick video compared to my other videos. Syngonium little star. I was propagating this from my video that I did where I chopped up my plants, and it is growing some roots, just a little bit of root right here. There's a little bit of root, and I'm gonna just put this in soil now. And this one is the top cut. I don't know if there's a little bit of new shoot coming out. Okay. Should I do it in a self-watering pot? I think I'll just put it in where the Fittonia was. Yeah. Okay, I have to put this down because these roots are going to, even though these roots will still go through this thing, but all right, let's see what comes of this. I have some new shoots at the bottom. Okay, so we have one more, and this is, I purchased a lipstick plant. One of the shops I order from on Etsy, a lipstick plant, and it's cuttings and it's rooted really well. This is the variegated one, did not do well. Did not do anything. Okay. Yeah. Let's, oh wow, the variegated one did absolutely nothing. Man, I wonder if I need to, yeah, the variegated one did nothing. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the variegated one back in. I'm just gonna pop it in this pot with the perlite, see if anything happens, because there's still like green, there's still leaves. I'm not sure why nothing happened, but the other one rooted really well. I'm sure my underwatering is what did it, this planting. So I lost a lipstick. The other one did grow. Okay, another one is done. I'm actually gonna look around to see if there's anything else I could do before I call it a day. There is one more plant, and this will be it. I recently got this plant. We're gonna get this repotted, and I bought this. Oh, that was easy. Let's just dump this out. Okay, that was pretty easy. Should I put this in the self-watering planter? The soil just came right off. Okay, I don't see anything suspicious at all. I'm actually going to, I'll save a few cuttings for my neighbor. We have 2 cuttings here that I can save. We're gonna save 2 cuttings in another pot. But we're gonna, I think I am gonna put it in a self-watering pot. So we'll see how that does. Okay, we're gonna try this Sandapsis in a self-watering planter. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I guess because I have issues with watering, and my Sandapsis, the ones that I have, they don't do great. They're not all 100% because I have issues with watering. Okay. What? I love it. Very pretty. Let's see how it does. I did save 2 pieces here, so let's pot that up. Cool. A little Palanti gift for my neighbor. We got so much done today of some of the random stuff that I needed to repot. I'm glad I got to repot this. I'm hoping this does really well, and it went through a lot, so I'm not really expecting much from it. But we got a lot done today. I have still more to do. There's a Monstera repot that I have to do. I have more Hoyas to reset because they're not doing great. Also, hey, I just launched my Patreon. I forgot to mention that. I just launched a Patreon account to basically have more of a deeper conversation with you guys and community. If you're interested in that, I will have the link in my description. I'm excited for it. I definitely got encouraged by a few people to launch it, and we'll see what will come of it. I am excited. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this random repot session, and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, you are loved. Hello. Yeah, we have a big plant. Okay, let's see. I gotta give you water. I'm gonna give you a lot of water. Yep, I sure am. All right, goodbye.
Peace out.